Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to fold a snail. Now this is a traditional model. I'll be using a 6-inch sheet of kami. Now we're going to start with the colored side up. Now we'll valley fold in half along both of the diagonals. So we'll bring this top right corner down to the bottom left corner. Just make sure those corners line up, and then crease it all the way across. And then unfold. Now bring the top left corner down to the bottom right corner. And then crease that corner to corner. And then unfold. Now turn the paper over. Now we'll valley fold in half along the horizontal and the vertical. So we'll bring this top edge down to lie along the bottom edge. And then crease that. And unfold. Now we'll bring the right edge over to the left edge. And crease that one. Then unfold. Next we're going to form all of these creases at the same time. So we'll take these two opposite corners and bring them down to meet this other corner here. So bring those down and the creases should all start to form. Then take the remaining corner and bring it down to that same spot. Then press it all down firmly. Now you should have 2 flaps on the right and 2 flaps on the left. This is what's called a preliminary base or a square base. Next we're going to make a squash fold with this flap on the right. So to do that, we're gonna open this flap up so it's sticking straight into the air. Then you'll see this pocket down at the bottom. Just open that pocket up and spread the layers apart. And as you do that, you'll notice this crease. Make sure that lines up vertically. It should line up with these edges underneath it. And then you can crease it down starting from the top. And it should look like that. Now we can turn the model over right to left. Then we're going to repeat that squash fold on this side. So take the flap on the right. Open up the pocket at the bottom. Then just line it up vertically and squash it down. Next we're going to make a book fold. So we'll just take one flap on the right and swing it over to the left, just like you're turning the page of a book. Now we're going to make a squash fold with this flap on the right. Just repeat that same squash fold. Then turn the model over again. Do another book fold on this side. Just turn one page. Now do one more squash fold with this flap. And crease that one. Next we're going to rotate the whole model 180 degrees. Next we're going to look at this flap on the left, and with just one layer we're going to bisect this angle right here. So to do that, we'll bring this top left edge in to lie along this center vertical crease. Just make sure it lines up there, and then you can crease it down. Next, we're going to take that same flap and bisect the angle that we just made. So we'll bring this new edge that we have in to lie along that same center crease. And you'll need to hold a finger down to make sure this layer of paper doesn't slide around as you do this. Now, if you try to get it started right from the top, it'll be a little more accurate. And then hold the top in place and get the rest of it to line up. Then you can crease it all. Next, we're going to look at this flap on the right. So we're going to trisect this angle. So we're going to fold that angle into thirds. And the easiest way to do this is just to eyeball it a little bit. So if you fold it over, and then start it just a little bit from the top. So there's a light crease up at the top. And then move the paper around until it looks like it's folded into thirds. So that would mean that this colored part is equal size to the white part that's underneath it. Now once it looks like they're about the same, you're going to want to crease that down, and it's okay if this side is just slightly smaller because we are going to fold it over again. If we get it to where it looks like it's about in thirds and crease it, then we are going to bring this edge into that center line now. Just like that. Now we can turn the whole model over, and we're going to repeat all those steps on this side. So we'll start with this flap on the left. We're going to bisect that angle up top. Then we'll bisect the new angle. Next, we'll take the right flap and we'll trisect the angle at the top. And then fold that new edge into the center. Next, we're going to make 2 book folds. So we'll turn one page, then turn the second page. Then we'll turn the whole model over and make 2 more book folds. So it should all be symmetrical again. Next, we're going to repeat those steps, but this time we're going to bisect the angle on the right and trisect the angle on the left. So I'll start with the right side. Just bring that edge into the center. And then bring that edge into the center. Now trisect the angle on the left. And fold that one over. Now turn the whole model over and repeat those steps on this side, bisecting the angle on the right and trisecting the one on the left. Now we're going to make a book fold. So turn one page, then turn the model over and make another book fold with one page. Next, we're going to form the antenna. So if you look here, there's these flaps that are in the middle, one on the right side and one on the left. The tips of those are going to form the antenna, so we'll start with this one on the right. If you look here, you can pull it out to the side a little bit, just so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to open that flap up and make a small inside reverse fold with the tip. Open that up, and then you'll reverse the crease and then close it back up. Just like that. Just about that much. You can choose what size you want the antenna to be. It could be a little smaller than that. You can make longer ones if you'd like. Then we'll do the same thing with this point on the left. So just swing that point through, reverse the crease, and close it all up. Now you can shape those a little bit. I like to point them forward and up a little. Just so it looks more organic and lifelike. Next we're going to take this point and we're going to mountain fold it inside. So I'll show you how far down to fold it. Just to about right where the antenna are. Just like that. And then turn the model over and fold this point in the same way you did the last one. Just like that. And then turn it back over. Next, we're going to valley fold the whole model in half. So we're going to take this point and swing it up to just past where the head is here. We'll be folding it in half as if these points were still sticking out, so about like this. Press it down nicely. And then angle that so it's at a 90 degree to the rest of the model. Next, we're going to need to open this shell up. So the way to do that I've found is the easiest is if you take the flap that's in the front on the left and then the flap that's in the back on the right, so they're opposite each other, then tug just really lightly, and then move on to the next flap. So the one that's right below that on the left and the one that's right above it on the right. Just do this really slowly so we don't tear the paper anywhere. And then do the layer underneath that on the left and the layer on above that on the right. We're just making sure it's opening in every direction. Then move on to the next layers. Do this all really slowly. Then we can move back to those first two layers we were using. Pull it out a little more. Just keep doing that. So you have it about here, then you can start shaping it however you like, just the way that you think looks the best. I'm gonna leave it about right here. I think that looks good. And there you have it. We are all done. Now, if you liked this video, make sure to subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.